It's buzzing in here ahead of Game 3. And we'll be back in a minute to get it started. From right field on the south side of Chicago, we've got the American League Championship Series on the show. It's the Boston Red Sox going up against the Chicago White Sox. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shammy. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Singy.
Well, when a team starts a series on the road and comes away with a split in the first 2 games, they've essentially taken over home field advantage. So the last thing these guys want to do now is give it right back by dropping this one. And these fans know that just as much as the players.
And the atmosphere here is electric. And this figures to be about as intense as postseason baseball gets. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Getting the nod for the White Sox, Lee Ward. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a cutter, a splitter, and he works in a sinker.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
So we're off and running in Game 3. Yoan. No question about this one. It's out of here. The first batter of the game leaves the yard. The Red Sox score first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Well, you got to love a game that brings some action from the jump. And at the plate, he was looking for a pitch to absolutely drive. And, you know, leadoff hitters aren't up there anymore just working the count, trying to get on. They're looking to make some noise and do some damage.
Roman Anthony up next for the Red Sox. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. It gets down a base hit.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer. And he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Wilyer Abreu in the box now. No balls and a strike. Oh, great stop from his backside. But it's not in time. Base hit.
Well, this is unfortunate because it looked like he was going to be an awesome play, something we see on the highlights tonight and tomorrow. But you have to applaud the effort on the stop. And if you don't take care of the throw, it goes from a wow moment to one you regret really quick.
Matt Chapman, the next to hit, takes low for a ball.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
He was late there, strike 1.
I think it's huge that they were able to score right away. You're playing on the road, stakes are high, energy in the ballpark, and you have to quiet that down a little bit.
Traffic on the bases with one already in here in Game 3 of the ALCS. Foul ball still 1-2 count. Fights it off, he'll see another. That's a strikeout for Chappie.
just excellent location on that inside fastball. It really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you could be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
2 aboard with 1 out. The C.J. Abrams now.
Fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in. Good miss with that changeup away. He needs a ball on the ground for a double play, minimize the potential threat right here. On the hitter side, nice job of laying off that hit.
And a challenge from the mound in a big spot. They'll overturn the call and rule it a strike. So they still have both challenges. Good job to fight that one off. 2 on, 1 out.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it back. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Abrams wants to challenge this. Thought it was a ball. So the call will stand. So they'll lose their first challenge.
2 aboard, 2 outs.
Luis Ariz stands in. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Two on, 2 outs. Swing, and he popped it up. Ward. And that is that. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Red Sox 1 and the White Sox nothing. Kyle Teal steps to the plate for the White Sox.
The catcher, number 8, Kyle Teal.
And a foul ball. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Adam second, the first baseman, Jonathan.
And here's the first baseman, Jonathan Aranda. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone! We'll take a trot around the bases. And we have a tie ball game. It's 1-1.
He got on plate with that high fastball, then look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that pitch.
Now it's the right fielder, Matt Wallner. That one misses, and that's ball 1.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Tied up here in the early going.
2 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
Here's a 2-0. That's a little bit low. This one ripped, but foul to the right. There's ball four.
Well, that's a really good take right there, and that's just mentally prepared, knowing that if it's not on a tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Now, Colson Montgomery. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2. Man at first, one away. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still laid on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco.
Ball.
Walner off of first with 2 away.
No, too low.
The 2-1. And there's a foul ball. The 2-2 on the way. And delivers outside.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Jung-Hoo Lee up next for the White Sox. And a payoff pitch. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
And up next for Chicago, Jung-Hoo Lee.
No.
The 1-0. That clips the corner. Just missed.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Off the mark. Ball 3.
He's just missing with some pitches that when they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. And the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
He fouls it off. We'll do it again. Payoff pitch. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Battling here as he fouls it away. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. swing and a miss, struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. One hit in the inning, a solo homer. We head to the second on the south side. It's the Red Sox 1 and the White Sox 1. You're watching the American League Championship Series on the show. Here in Game 3 of the American League Championship Series. So stepping in for Boston, Wilson Contreras. Legends really are cemented in the postseason. You think of
David Ortiz heroics for the Red Sox, Derek Jeter as Mr. November,
or Randy Johnson in the 2001 World Series,
just to name a few.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Well, on that idea of postseason reputations, Boog, got to mention players like Carlton Fisk, Reggie Jackson, and Madison Bumgarner. We were doing that game. Those guys really shined in the toughest moments.
Into the outfield, base hit.
Batting in, the second baseman, Marcelo.
So digging in, Marcelo Meyer. Ball one, no strikes. Meyer went deep in his most recent game. And another ball. On the ground to first. Could be two. Feeds to second. Out there. Over to first. Safe. One out man at first. Here's the catcher, Carlos Narvaez. Now there's a bullet down the line, and it stays fair. Meyer rounds second on his way to third. Coming home. The relay throw. He'll score. It's 2-1.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
One out, runner at second. Jarren Duran up next for the Red Sox.
Coming off an absolute bomb in his last at-bat.
Ball down low.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
That one fouled off. And now it's even up.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls right of it.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Well, pretty clear to me. He's trying to go deep right there. But you've got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Just missed the inside corner, and the count is still up.
Really good take, especially 2 strikes.
Out towards right center field. Low. Gets under it. And there are 2 down. Now it's going to be Roman Anthony. Down the middle for a strike. 0-1.
Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, and you can play around a little bit more with that experience.
Close, but called the ball. And 1-1. Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the top of the second. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. Good eye right there. Got him. Swinging for the strikeout. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. Here on the south side, we head to the bottom of the second. Josh Lowe steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Ball one.
That one ripped, but foul. Swing and a ground ball, and foul ball.
Ball two.
Popped up. Takes it in for the out.
Batting in, the left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
Here's Tyler O'Neill. O'Neill with a homer in his last game.
Ball one.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
Check swing, and he went. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Check swing, tried to hold up, now an appeal to first. Nope, he held back. Inside, just missed. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Here's the third baseman, Munetaka Murakami. Gets the outside corner with that one. Two down, nobody on. One now. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Got him swinging. Down in order go the White Sox. And our score remains 2-1. Back here on the south side. So stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu.
He's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I'll tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
The next offering misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You know, these Red Sox doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way. And I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across the score as well.
Strike 2.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Stays alive. That one misses, and now it's 3-2. fly ball pretty well struck out towards right center. That's back there. It bangs off the wall. It's a leadoff double to start the third.
Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
And it's second. Ripped towards third. Handles, throws to first, and one away in the top of the third. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. He's 0 for 1. In the dirt. Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. Abreu around third, and they lead by 2. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Stepping in, Luis Arias. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Makes the grab, and there's 2 out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Contreras in the box now. Takes strike 1. Fly ball down the line. He makes the grab, and that is that. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Red Sox 3 and the White Sox 1. Back in right field. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Kyle Teel. And the sweeper misses for a ball.
You know, these White Sox showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
That one fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. The 1-2. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again.
No.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
That misses the zone. Full count now. Another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
He's got to throw any pitch at any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Jonathan Aranda steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Hit an absolute tape measure shot last time up.
Right side, hard hit. Contreras takes it to the bag, and 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
The right fielder, Matt Wallner.
So up next, Matt Wallner walked his first time.
Ball.
This one popped up right side. Contreras. And that'll do it. Nothing doing for the White Sox. Score holds. It's 3-1. trying to keep his team within striking distance, Singy.
Yeah, Boog, you just got to hold the fort down and eat some innings here.
On the ground right side. Polanco tosses to first. One pitch and one out.
Up next for the Red Sox, the catcher, Carlos
Narvaez getting ready to hit. He doubled home a run at his first AB. Red Sox by 2.
Here in Game 3 of the ALCS.
And he takes a strike.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time.
Well-executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Now batting Jarren Duran. He's already homered here in this one.
Oh, the 0-0 count. Not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline though.
Strike 2.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful hitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball out of that same tunnel.
Well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Nothing doing for Boston, but they still lead it 3-1. Bottom of the inning. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Sox. Colson Montgomery. Into center and a base hit. And they had their first hit since the first inning.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. We'll often hear the phrase, short to it, long through it. And that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Jorge Polanco steps to the plate for the White Sox. He reached on a walk his first time. Out towards right center. That's well struck. Way back there. It's got a chance. Relay throw home. Not in time. He's safe. They pick up a run, and now it's a one-run game. Well, maybe that will end up getting him going.
Yeah, he really simplified there. Kept his shoulders square to the plate and wasn't trying to overswing. I think that's the key for him to have success through the rest of the series.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Jung-Hoo Lee, the next to hit. That one's in there. 0-1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And it's second. And the sweeper is off the plate. The 1-1. Fights it off. You'll see another. Two on the way. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Meyer settles underneath it. And there's one down.
Up next for the White Sox.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. So digging in, Josh Lowe. He's 0 for 1. First pitch, and he has to get out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
The 1-0. Late with the swing there. Tying run in scoring position. We're here at the bottom of the fourth. This to third. Chapman over to first in time. And now 2 gone.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. A nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
So up now for Chicago, Tyler O'Neill. Struck out swinging his first time. And takes low for ball 1. Right through there for a strike.
Ball.
Runner at second, 2 down. Swung on, belted. Carrying well. And that one is out of here. Tyler O'Neill goes the other way. That's his 3rd home run of the series. And they lead it. It's 4-3.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stumble. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. There are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel and got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Murakami in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Two down, nobody on. That smash towards center. Durant under it, and the inning is over. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. We've played 4. White Sox 4, and the Red Sox 3. You're watching the American League Championship Series on the show.
Now,
We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Daniel Lynch.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of them right here to get some critical outs.
Roman.
Ball 4. Take your base. Ball 4. Take your base. That's ball 4. Take your base.
Game 3s are very critical when you have a series tied at 1-1 because you put yourself up. Anytime you go down, you're always chasing. When you're up in the series, you feel like you're in the driver's seat. Nice win today.
Our final score here, 9-5. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.